Everyone, it's Christian Fuchs here. I would like to say a big thank you to our fans and keep having our back for the upcoming Premier League season as well as the Europa League. Keep watching Leicester Fan TV. They have the latest news and they keep you up to date on LeicesterFanTV.com. So stay tuned and thanks for your support.
Morning all. Happy Eden Hazard Day. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. We're going to be talking about Southampton, and then we're also going to be talking about what happened 5 years ago today. So I think we better get going.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.
Morning all. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. It's actually a fantastic day today. 5 years ago today, this happened, which led to this, which led to this, and this. And then finally, a few days later, it led to this. Crowning us as champions, one of the most remarkable things that's ever happened. It happened on May the 2nd, 2016 at 9:37 when Eden Hazard curled that ball into the top corner for us and won the trophy. What an absolutely fantastic night it was, which we'll be talking about. We'll also be talking about the Southampton game as well, which some people were happy, some people weren't happy. We've got some guests coming on, some old guests, some newish guests that have been on before. So I'll bring in Ben straight away. How are you, Ben? How are you, pal?
Morning, mate. Morning, everyone.
Are you good? I'll bring in Lee as well. All right, Lee. Hold on. All right, Lee. How are you, pal?
Morning, everybody.
How's it going? Are you all well?
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, very, very good. Yeah.
Good. So we'll start with what happened 5 years ago on this day. Lee, where were you 5 years ago on this day? Where were you watching it?
I was sat at home with the wife and one of the academy lads we had in at the time. I was watching the game, but I was also flicking across occasionally to watch. What we also forget is Mark Selby won the World Snooker title that night, the jester from Leicester.
Oh, the same time. I didn't know he won at the same time.
He won the world, yeah. And what happened was when he finished the game and he won the world title, he turned around somebody in the crowd and he said, "How did Tottenham Chelsea finish?" And they obviously told him that Leicester City won the Premier League, and then he raised the Leicester City flag above his head when he just won the World Snooker title. So we forget that, but I'm a massive Leicester sports fan across the board. So yeah, I was at home and I was probably just as shell-shocked now that we won it as what I was that night that we'd won it, if that makes sense. I still can't believe we've done it. I still have to check videos, and because I never ever thought, and I'm sure Ben would agree, we'd ever see that in our lifetime. And you, Jamie, as well, because I think we're all around about the same generation. So
I think so. So. Ben, where were you this time 5 years ago?
Yeah, I was at home in Northampton.
Cobblers.
No, it's all true. It's all true. Yeah, watched it with my partner. She was trying to keep me calm and failing miserably. I just remember him picking the ball up on the second pass, and before he even hit it, I was like, "That's him!" And I just ran behind the sofa, and I was just laying on the floor like a girl, kicking my legs in the air. I couldn't believe it.
So you weren't being dragged around the kitchen floor like Wes Morgan was by Lcfc,
it wasn't
but very
quite
similar.
that, but she's not that powerful.
And what did the missus say to you when you were lying on the floor?
She thought I'd hurt myself, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't have felt any pain even if I had. But yeah, it was incredible. As Lee's just said, I mean, things like that aren't supposed to happen, are they, if you're a Leicester fan?
No. The most remarkable thing ever, isn't it?
I've watched some absolute dross in my time, but it's never put us going off and going back. Yeah, it was incredible. And I also have to pinch and watch videos sometimes it took a while to sink in. The Everton match after it only kind of hit home then, really, I think. But I remember even walking around Northampton the next day, the amount of people walking around with Leicester shirts on. I'm like, where have all these people been? It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, great days.
It certainly is. I'll just bring Mark in as well. Mark, how are you, pal?
Good, pal, thanks.
So where were you this time 5 years ago?
I was fishing.
Fishing? On the most important day ever of Leicester's career, you went fishing?
Yep. We'd already booked it, so...
I'd have cancelled it. I'd have cancelled the fishing trip.
Yeah, it was a good fishing trip as well. So it worked out pretty well. Although I did listen to the game, partly.
What do you mean partly?
Well, we went 2 down, I fell asleep, and then a load of other fishermen were shouting and screaming that Chelsea had scored. So I got the radio back on quick.
If you fell asleep, though, what about all the fish you were going to catch? What happened to them?
My alarms were on.
Oh, right, okay then. All right, then. So you had a little bit of a bite, but on the radio instead.
Yeah.
I'll bring Jack in. Jack, how are you, pal? Are you good?
Yeah, good boys. You.
So where were you 5 years ago to the day? Were you you went there, were you?
I was at home with a brother. I watched it with the dad. We was watching the Tottenham game when they went 2-0 up. I thought, for God's sake, we're not going to win it tonight, are we? And then my dad said, "Oh, shut up, you pair." He said, "Chelsea are going to score 2 goals in the second half." He said, "The game ain't over yet. It's not a 45-minute game. It's a 90 game." And look what happened. And then he said, "Oh, I told you so." And he went mad when Hazard scored, and so did I. And it's like, oh, my days. You just knew it was going to go in.
You did, didn't you? You did. I'll just bring Chris in. Chris, hold on. It's not letting you in. There you are. Chris, how are you, pal? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Congratulations on Peterborough going up.
Yeah.
Ben, sorry. Hold on, Chris. Ben, do you follow Northampton at all?
No.
You look at that? No. Oh, so you're not bothered whether they got relegated or not then?
No.
I do business with Northampton Town Football Club, and I'm devastated they've been relegated. I was only at Sixfields a couple of weeks ago for a meeting there, and it's not good for me and my business that they've got relegated.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, it's bad news for you, is it? Oh, blimey.
That's life, unfortunately.
All right, we'll gloss over that one then. We'll go more happier news. Chris, where were you 5 years ago then, pal?
Oh, I remember it well. I was literally I was living in my old flat on my own at the time, and my next door neighbour was a big Chelsea supporter. So I was saying, like, mate, we need you this tonight. We really need you. And, when I saw that sign in the fans, we can do it for Ranieri. I remember that. And I literally took a picture of that. I was just like, that shows how much football is these days. It's so much a team game. Let's do this with Ranieri. That showed how much support and how much Chelsea loved him. So, I do remember that. And when we were 2-0 down, I was banging my next door neighbour's door saying, "Will you wake up?" Like, seriously, wake up.
Well, was that him or the team? But five years ago, I was actually in the bar, and when we won, I ran down the street with that flag and bullfighting the cars, going, "Ole, ole!" And I'm getting some very strange looks off people indeed. Especially the car drivers that I was trying not to get run over by. But anyway, that's another story. But we'll talk now. We'll have a bit of a go about yesterday's game. It's not even it's an aftermath, but a two-day aftermath. We're going to have a bit of a chat about the Spurs. Sorry, I've got Spurs on my mind now. Southampton Leicester game. Ben, I know it's a bit of a cliche, but in reality, playing against 10 men, is it harder?
I don't think it helped the flow of the game, for sure. As I think we all know, when teams sit back against us, it's probably when we struggle the most. We pressed. The first half, not as much, but the second half was better. But something was lacking on Friday night. But after the initial disappointment, I think if we look at the 4 games as a whole, if you'd have offered us 3 wins and a draw, we'd have all took it, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
A point away from home can never be too disappointing. So, yeah. It wasn't the worst thing. we'll beat Newcastle, and I think we're all looking for Man United to do us a favour as well today, aren't we?
We are. I've always said on Leicester Fan TV, if you can't if you can't win, don't lose. A point away from home in the Premiership, I think, is a great result. I know we played against 10 man, but a point away in the Premiership against Southampton, because they were still looking for survival, weren't they, Lee? They weren't guaranteed safety.
Well, I think that didn't help the game, did it? I mean, losing the player, all of a sudden they're going to play a formation of 1-9, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that's it. And we're not entitled to play pretty football, in every game. And, you've got to win the battle first. I don't think we won too many battles on the other night. They were determined not to lose the game. And you've got to give them credit as well. Was it a sending off? Not for me. But again, I'm of the older generation. The youngsters these days, it's a foul, it's a red card, he's got to go. But, football's losing its physicality in the game. Football was a working man's game. But it's not anymore. It's just, let's picture the year 2050. You can't tackle and heading's not allowed. That's the way the game's going.
It is that way, isn't it? You've just got to say something there, Chris.
Well, it's decisions like that make me hate being a referee's son. Because my dad was a referee for 27 years. And so when that decision happened, he agreed with it, believe it or not. He actually agreed with the red card. And because he was just like, if that's a foul, that's a red card. Straight. And I was just like, Dad, you're not a referee anymore. You're an assessor.
Well, yeah. Jack, do you think that I know we changed it at half time. We had 3 at the back until half time. Do you think he ought to have changed it earlier, about 5-10 minutes? Or do you think he was just trying to see how the game panned out before he changed it?
I think with Brendan, he's very determined to see where the game leads. I think Luke Thomas should have come off sooner. Whether it's Albrighton or Pereira, I'm not sure. But if Fofana was always going to come off at half time, I think Pereira should have come on for him, and then Albrighton should have come on instead of Perez. Because I don't think Perez offers much as if we want to be a top 6 football league, which we are. So I think with Brendan now, we'll be looking at better players in the summer, and we'll be strengthening our squad. And I don't think Perez will even get in the team next season with the players that Brendan's going to bring in.
Yeah.
Can I just say, sorry,
go on, Lee. Go on, Lee. Go on.
Say, when going back to playing that formation of 1-9, they were determined not to lose the game.
Yeah.
When you can't break through them and break them down, right, the key thing then is your set pieces.
Yeah.
Right? You can't get around them and go through them, and, they're doing that block. Your key thing is the set pieces. You've got to take your corner, you've got to deliver your free kicks in, and that has been a failure this season of our side. I think, I remember in commentary on the other night, we scored 4 from 4 corners this season. So the set piece is the key when you're facing teams that are going to, play that system what they did, especially when they got the man sent off.
I think even though we've scored from 4 corners, we've only in effect scored 1 corner goal.
Well,
the rest.
The Amati goal and the Chris Evans, Johnny Evans goal.
They were both direct.
I said, why did I say Chris Evans then? God knows. Morning, Ross. How the devil are you, pal?
I'm all right, pal. Thank you.
Are you good? Question for you.
Yeah,
Madders.
Happy Leicester
What's
City
happened
day,
with
by the
Madders? What's happened with Madders recently, Ross?
Just one moment.
All right, just sort yourself out. Ben, what's happened with Madders then at the minute, pal? What do you think's gone wrong?
I think not knowing he's going to the Euros has affected him, and I think he's thrown his dolly out the pram a little bit, really. I don't know. He just looked like he was trying to saunter around the pitch on Friday night, and there was no real end product, was there? His delivery isn't the best at the best of times, but I don't know. He could kind of look disinterested today. I don't know. Yeah,
Mark, the old Norfolk correspondent. Madders, he had 6 long-range shots. 2 were on target, 2 were blocked, and 2 were well wide. Do you think, his previous 4 games, when he had a run, didn't he, just before he got injured, of 4 goals in 4 games, and they're all from inside the box. Do you think he was just trying far too hard, or is he still struggling with his injury, Mark? No, Mark's frozen. After all that question, Mark's frozen. Jack, you answer that one for us, pal.
I don't know. Is it after this COVID-5 situation? I'm not sure. Maddison, he seems to let his ego and that get ahead of his football. Maybe that's Grealish at Villa as well, but Grealish is the same. They're so big-headed that they don't let their feet do the talking. It's more like everything else. And I think that's why Maddison's going to be missing the Euros, because of the stupidity things that he actually does in choices.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's just making the wrong decisions, isn't it? I don't know whether he's hanging around with Jack Grealish too much, Ben. I just haven't got a clue, pal. He just seems to be, I don't know. He's gone down, hasn't he? He's not getting better. People say, well, why didn't he play in front of Mount? Or Mount has improved since he was at Derby. Then he's gone back to Chelsea. Mason Mount has improved. And Maddison hasn't gone anywhere, has he? He's stayed at the same level.
Harvey Barnes this year.
Say again, Ben. Sorry, you just broke up, Ben.
When you compare his improvement to Harvey Barnes, it's non-existent, is it? If we take it over 12 months.
No, yeah, it's totally different. Harvey Barnes, he couldn't hit a barn door, could he? Now all of a sudden, he was scoring goals left, right, and centre. Well, Mark, are you right now? Are you back with us, pal?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm back with you.
I wondered why you were looking a bit gobsmacked. It just froze. That's why. I was asking you about Madders, but Ben answered it for us. I'll ask you about Vardy. What's happened with Jamie Vardy then? What do you think's his goal scoring? Again, like Madders, he seems to be trying too hard. Is Vardy trying too hard? Because that one chance he had towards the end when Maddison slipped him through, 9 times out of 10 before Christmas, he'd have absolutely buried that, wouldn't he, Mark?
Yeah, he would, but I think it's being utilised in a different way now. With them playing constantly 2 up front, they're relying on Jamie Vardy to take the defenders away, free up space for Iheanacho, lay the balls off, and if the chance comes, take the goals. But obviously, with him not having the service like he used to have when he was up there on his own, then he's obviously not hitting the back of the net like he used to. I think it's hard to play a player in 2 different ways and expect the same result.
Yeah. Lee, he made a change at half time, didn't he? He brought Albrighton on. In for, who was it? Fofana, wasn't it? Fofana went off. Do you think it should have been? All right. Who was? No. When did Albrighton? Yeah.
Albrighton came on after for Luke Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, Albrighton came on a bit later, didn't he?
It was Perez.
It was Perez for Fofana, wasn't it? We went to a flat back 4, didn't we? Right. Okay. Question for you: do you think Pereira should have come on at half time? Do you think it was calling out for Pereira?
I don't know what's wrong with Pereira. I mean, you don't get fit by sitting on your backside, right? They're bringing Albrighton on, who's been superb for his down years, no problem at all. But Pereira, pre-injury, was arguably the best right back in the Premier League. Definitely in the top 2-3. No question about that. I'd like to know why he's not getting a build-up of 20, 25 minutes per game and getting him fit. He's not going to be fit sat there, as I've already said, and I just do not understand that. We've been lucky with Iheanacho coming in because of Barnes' injury, but for me, down that left-hand side, we're weak now. I'd be screaming for Barnes to get back in, because down that left-hand side for me, we've got nothing whatsoever. We really haven't. I like the boy Thomas. I've already said this week, I think he lacks a yard or 2 at pace for me. He doesn't get down to the byline. He doesn't threat with crosses or anything like that. He's very much he gets to the end of the second third of the field, and then all of a sudden the ball's going back or going sideways. I hope he gets a loan in the summer, and I really want the boy to do well. Don't get me wrong, because he's an academy boy and he's one of our own. But I just think he's a little light at the moment.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say he's a Ben Chilwell lookalike, and in the same kind of model.
No, but at least there was a type of fullback, isn't he? Really?
Yeah. For a split second, I thought you were going to say that about him. So, according to form, Brendan Rodgers, Ben, has said that Pereira, they're trying to manage his game time. But like Lee just said, if you're managing his game time, surely you've got to give him some time on the pitch. I mean, he didn't play against Palace. He came on against West Brom, didn't he, if I remember rightly? Yeah. But he didn't come on against Palace, and he didn't come on against Southampton. So, like Lee says, how can he get his game time up?
Yeah, it's a very good point. he's not been as strong even when fit, I think, this year as he was last year. But I don't know. It just makes you wonder whether there is something going on behind the scenes why he's not playing. And is someone going to come in for a big bid with him because he's got a good reputation now, isn't he? But yeah, we definitely look weaker on the side without him. That's for sure.
And they've got the opportunity to give players a run around in the 23s to get the fitness up, but it's
not quite the same. It's not quite the same, is it?
No, but it just gets some minutes in his legs, though, doesn't it? But but obviously they're not even doing that.
How are you going, Ross? You're right now, are you?
Yeah, he's had something my son out. He's playing up a game, and every time I come on do this or make a phone call, they always suddenly just come about and they want me.
He wanted to cheat off you, did he? He wanted to get to the next level and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
What about the Southampton game? We're just talking about the Southampton game. Vardy and Wilf had really big chances towards the end of the game. I mean, that would have made a huge difference then, 3 points, wouldn't it?
100%. I mean, with an Indeedy one, I wanted to sneak in or deflect in. Me and Charlie were watching it on the bed, and we were just like, we thought it went in at first, and then realised it didn't. But the Vardy one, that should have gone in. But it was it was a good save from McCarthy, the keeper. But the Vardy of old, when I say old, like last season, you'd have buried that.
Even before Christmas, Ross. Even before Christmas, you'd have buried it, wouldn't it?
100% before.
Oh, sorry, Ross. I thought you were going to carry on something then.
I'm still here. Someone keeps always ringing me. Everyone always interrupts me every time I'm doing something. But no, I think with it as well. I think with Southampton, the game reminded me of when we played them a couple of years ago under Powell at our ground, and we lost 2-1, and literally we had about 90% possession. I don't know if people remember that game. They literally parked the bus. Southampton. They literally kind of did exactly the same what they did the other day. As soon as we scored, they were parking that bus, and it was a great header from Johnny Evans. Fantastic. These last 3 games, we scored 2 goals and did that amazing tackle on Uncle Benteke. It was fantastic.
He did.
Right.
We're going to move on to the Newcastle game, Ben. What do you think we need to do for the Newcastle game? Any changes we're going to make? Who do you think should come in? Who do you think should get rested? Or should he keep the same team?
I think it'll be quite similar, to be honest. I always think we look stronger with Albrighton than without him. We know we're going to get that 7 out of 10 performance, and we're going to get some decent delivery. Maybe Maddison will go to the bench. I'm not too sure. I thought Perez had played a little bit better the last few games, and he looked a little bit more involved since the COVID scenario. I think he might be worth a shout. Maybe Maddison will think he's got to up his game a little bit if they do drop him. So I wouldn't be against that. I
know Maddison needs minutes, but before the COVID thing, Perez was playing quite well, wasn't he, Lee?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's got it. I mean, you've got to bear in mind what we've done the last few games. I think we've picked the same side for the last 3 games, and we've played 3 games in 7 or 8, 9 days, something like that. And then you look at sides like Chelsea last night making 5 changes. And obviously, they played Real Madrid in the week, and they've got Real Madrid next week. Yeah. You've got Manchester City making changes. Manchester United can make changes. We as a squad, we've got numbers in the squad, but real quality for a club like Leicester, I don't think we're quite there yet. Our balance in the squad isn't right, and we've been so unlucky with injuries. And if you look at Liverpool's injuries, what they've had, we've coped better than what Liverpool have this season, which is amazing. I mean, we are seriously punching well above our weight here, in my opinion. To be third with what we've had this season is fantastic, especially when you look at Liverpool, who've had criminal injuries as well, and look where they are. And they've had Europe, and we've had the Europa League. I think they've been superb. They really have to be where they are.
Yeah. Chris, Perez starting against Newcastle. I think he, like Neil says, he'd be up for it, wouldn't he, Neil? Chris. Oh, again, just as I asked someone the question, Jack, he'd be up for it, wouldn't he, Perez?
Ask me.
Playing against Newcastle.
Yeah, he scored against Newcastle previously when that Newcastle fan went mad because he did that celebration in front of them. But yeah, normally players who play against a former club are up for them games, aren't they? And then they tend to score. So yeah, be up for this one for sure.
Yeah, let's just add Chris back in. Chris, your internet is terrible at the minute. It keeps dipping in and out, pal.
It's in Peterborough.
Yeah, it
what do you
does.
expect?
Think because I've got that many hits in Peterborough, that's why. And then Mark, who's in Norfolk, is having the same problem. You two keep dropping in and out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's normally not like this. But...
No, it's ain't. Chris,
No.
Jack answered your question for you.
Yeah.
Perez playing against Newcastle, he'd be well up for that, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You know, I think he'd love to score against his old club. So yeah, definitely. If I was to basically put in, I would say Thomas needs to come out because over the past 3 games that we've had him, he's always made little mistakes, which then invite the other team to potentially go up front. He's made a few mistakes, and he made a few mistakes on Friday as well. You know, even just passing was a bit of a iffy thing for him. So yeah, I think he needs to come off and possibly Pereira come in.
Rightio. Just a quick. I know it's another week away, but it's a home fixture, Ben. What do you think score-wise? Like what we've got 5 days to go. Before
With a
then.
7-day rest, I'm going 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Lee, what are you thinking of?
2-0 would be lovely.
2-0.
A win.
It would be,
The key thing is, the key thing, as we all know, the key thing is now winning. The performance is a bonus. It is all about winning now these next few games. But 2-0.
Yeah.
And Jack, you going for the same home win? Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go Willock to score for them because he seems to be on a bit of run of form.
As long as he only scores goals in the last minute, doesn't he, Willock?
Mm.
Yeah. And Mark, what are you thinking of for the weekend? Well, for Friday. He can't hear me now. Chris, what are you thinking for
2-0
Friday?
Leicester. Drop Madison.
Oh, hold on. He said that without moving his lips, didn't he?
It sounded like Mark's voice on Chris's body.
It was, wasn't it? Which is strange. I'm just going to drop you out.
Well, I've been learning ventriloquism.
Chris, what are you going for then for the game?
Yeah. I'm actually going to go because I can see this being a tight game, even though we don't want it to be. I'd say 1-0.
1-0. Oh, not another one like Ozazaki. Shinji Ozazaki. Oh, he's gone again. They're picked off. Not bringing him back on
Damn,
now.
mate. It's
Ross,
the Peterborough connection.
it is. And Ross, what are you going for?
Now it's a tough game, Newcastle. I think I'm going to say 2-0 Leicester. I'm hoping we can do it.
I hope we can do 900-0.
900-0.
900-0. He's opening. He's not playing.
We've done
Not playing
9-0
FIFA.
before.
Playing FIFA, is he? Just before we go, just like to say congratulations on us getting to the FA Cup final, Tigers getting to the European Championship final, Basketball Riders winning their 5th championship, Mark Selby getting to the final. Is that today and tomorrow, Lee, or is it just today? Today and tomorrow. And then the Leicester women, winning the championship as well. If there's another sporting hotbed in the country anywhere like we've got at the minute, Ben, I would love to know where it is because I can't see many other counties having this much, not luck, good fortune winning everything.
They're actually playing at the King Power for the first time as well today, aren't they?
They are, aren't they? Because aren't they getting the trophy today as well?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's on Leicester TV as well, isn't it? So
Shame that no fans can't be there to see him.
No, it would be nice to have a few. I think they're in the semi-final of the FA Cup as well, or I'm sure they got to the semi-final as well. But like I say, there's no other county, is there, Lee, anywhere in the country that has had this much sporting talent in one small period. I know you said we need the Speedway and the cricket to do a little bit better, but hopefully one day they might.
Well, we generally tend to be not too bad with the T20.
Yeah.
So we need some bright sunshine, get the cricket back on a Friday night, get the crowds back in, and hopefully we can do some good.
Yeah, I remember being at some of them 2020 games the first time when it first started. It was absolutely the atmosphere was unbelievable. Friday night down the counter, drinking beer and watching cricket. You couldn't write a script any better for it. I'd just like to thank Ben and Lee and Jack and Ross for coming on. It's been much appreciated. Hope you've enjoyed getting up early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah,
I'll just bring Chris in to say goodbye first because he's managed to get his connection back on. Morning, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I don't know what's happening.
nor do I.
I don't know whether it's I don't think it's my connection with it or not, because my Wi-Fi's full bars. So I don't know what's wrong.
It might be StreamYard then kicking you out because you're living in Peterborough and you got promoted. So that's probably why they didn't let you on.
Johnson.
I don't support them. I don't cheer for them. They are my home team. That is it.
You did last week when they were playing Doncaster.
No. I congratulated them. If you see on my Facebook post, I put congratulations to Bosch for getting up to the championship. Let's see how long you last this time.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
that is my attitude with them. You know, it's a case of they've been promoted. They don't last.
Chris,
No,
the
they
Leicester
go back down
striker in their
again.
ranks, isn't it?
Yeah. Chris, we shall see you next week.
Yep.
Have fun. It'd be good. I'll get your internet sorted. Make sure you give the router a bit of a polish. It might be because it's a bit dusty.
I'll make sure I get it.
See you later, pal. Ross, are you at work today or are you just...
I'm just with Charlie today. And then later on, he's got his rock. We got into Cleethorpes yesterday. So got some rock. And I'm doing a football quiz, because it's Leicester City Day. I'm doing a football quiz later on.
It's more Eden Hazard Day today, isn't it?
But we still won the league today. So, can you believe it's 5 years?
I know. It's 5 years ago. It's flown by, isn't it, lads? It's just gone.
He turned six. He turned 6 next month. So before he turned 1 year old, we won the league. What a great present that is. Leicester Day.
Happy Leicester Day.
Happy Leicester Day. All right then, Ross. We'll speak to you later, pal.
See you later.
Right. Cheers, Ben, for coming on. Much appreciated.
No problems. Thanks for having me, boys.
I know you love talking about Leicester coming from Northampton, so you don't have much to talk about there, do you?
Hey, I don't even live in Northampton anymore. I live in Cov now. It gets worse, doesn't it?
Oh, God. I thought you were still in Northampton.
No, I was living in Northampton when we won the league.
Right.
Had a year or so in Milton Keynes and back in Coventry now. But
God, what you do? Live in a caravan then?
Work commitments, mate. Move around.
Right. Fair enough. Cheers for joining us, Ben, and you'll come back on again soon, matey.
Happy to.
Well done. Cheers, pal. Lee, much appreciated. What shirt is that? Is that an England shirt you've got on today?
No, this is a shirt that is it's original match shirt. Obviously, I've what's-the-named it a little bit, but if we turn around, you'll see
it's a sub shirt. Who had that? Is that a match day shirt? Actually, match worn shirt.
It's a match day shirt, and it was given to me by my very, very good friend, a guy called Paul Reed.
Billy Whiz.
Saturday, May the 5th, 1990.
Is that the Tony James Day?
Sorry? No.
Was that the Tony...
No. Reedy was a sub for Leicester. Sheffield United visited Filbert Street, Saturday, May the 5th, 1990, and it finished
5-2.
to Sheffield United 5. Great game, and I went into the players' lounge after the game, and Reedy came in. I had a pint ready for him, and he threw the shirt at me and went, "There you go." And it was wet through because it was a boiling hot day, as it always is last game of the season, especially for Birch's run. Or it was in them days. Anyway.
It was in them days. Yes, it does look
31 years. 31 years this Saturday. 31 years on May the 5th. I've had this shirt,
which is Wednesday. So that's a special day for you, then, is it?
Oh yeah,
you'll wear it again on Wednesday, will you?
It's been washed.
I can see it looks like it's well washed. Walker's Chris ain't even on it anymore, pal.
That's right, yeah.
But right then, Lee, cheers for joining us. It's been much appreciated.
Pleasure. Good to see you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and the bank holiday weekend.
We ain't got a bank holiday weekend over here. It don't work like that for us, unfortunately.
Every day's a bank holiday over where you are, mate. Don't worry about that.
I wish if there was a few tourists here, it might be, but not quite the same at the minute. But cheers for joining us.
Good to see you. Have a good day.
Cheers, later. See you again. Cheers, pal. Jack, what you got to tell us this week? What you got sorted?
I've got the show on Wednesday. Watch along with you guys on Friday. And then today, me and Haley are just going to chill out and maybe go out and see what we're going to do then.
Go out? Does that mean you'll be fetching at McDonald's as well, eating at McDonald's like you normally do?
Nah, no McDonald's today.
What, Sunday lunch day of rest?
Yeah, Sunday roast maybe. Who knows?
All right, pal. We'll speak to you later. Oh, we've also as well. We've got the Locks is doing their away show on Thursday night with it's either the Gallowgate shots or another Newcastle fan channel. I'm just waiting for one or the other, but there'll be a Thursday night show with away fans away fan show as well, which I forgot to tell you, Jack. Sorry, pal.
Yeah.
That's me not getting organised very well.
You got the premiere, haven't you? The Worst Managers Part 2.
Oh yes. Let me just
On
bring
YouTube.
Ben in. I know he loves this. The worst managers. You've all seen the best managers. You've all seen the favourite players. Part 1 was out on Thursday. Part 2.
Watched it when I got in from work.
Part 2 is out in 25 minutes.
Oh, excellent.
It's premiering in 25 minutes. The Worst Manager. I'm glad you
Well, I know
reminded
what
me
I
of that,
wanted
Jack.
to be.
Yeah.
Yes,
Phil
I
dropped
think
us
we've got a
message.
good idea, haven't we? I think we've got a good idea. But yes, I just forgot about that, Ben. I'm glad you said that, Jack. So in 25 minutes, you can get another cup of tea or a pint. Well, no, it's only 11 o'clock in your 12. I cannot watch it with a pint. It's 12 o'clock here by the time I watch it. Where you are, it's still 11 o'clock. It's a bit early
It's
for you.
bank holiday weekend. Don't rule anything out.
So there's your viewing in 25 minutes, Ben. I hope you enjoy it, pal.
Look forward to it.
We'll see you later. And Jack, thanks for reminding me of that. And we'll see you through the week, Jack. Have fun.
Yeah, we'll do. See you in a bit, pal.
Be good. Right, much appreciated everyone watching. Thanks for watching. Pretty good figures. Thanks for Ben, Lee, Jack, Ross, Mark, even though his connection wasn't the best today. But yeah, thanks for watching. It's just easy. If you want to join me, drop me a line on Twitter or Facebook for it. And then I'll send you the link on the Sunday morning. When we get so many, it's hard to get too many people on. That's why a few haven't been able to come on today, because I couldn't do it with more than 6 or 7 that we had on today. But much appreciated. So it's going to be ciao, adios, goodbye, top of the morning to you. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic Sunday bank holiday. See you later.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Men's UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.